Hello, my name is Dr. Prue Salter, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about this video series for Year 8 and 9 students and parents. So you may have seen that there's a Junior Study Skills evening, one for Year 7, and that's the one that most schools use with Year 7, sometimes with Year 8, sometimes with Year 9, but it's basically what we would call the Level 1 evening. And that looks at 5 areas. It looks at improving the home study environment, organising your resources for school, managing your time, making sure you can still have a life and play sport, managing your workload, not leaving things to the last moment, and a little bit on how to study for tests and exams. But in the first year or so of high school, that can be quite overwhelming. There's a lot to take in, right? So we don't go in depth into how to actually study for tests and exams. We introduce the concept of study notes, we introduce the concept of the 3 steps to studying for a test. This evening is a follow-on. So that's why it's designed usually for students who are in Year 8 or Year 9, depending on when you did the first evening. If they haven't done the first evening, that's okay, because I spend a little bit of time doing a review of the key principles from the Year 7 evening. It's good to reinforce it, and it also means that if you haven't done the first evening, that's okay. But the focus of this video series is really about how do students study effectively for a test or examination. Now, I would not be waiting till students have a massive exam block. If your school does not do huge exams until Year 10, don't wait till then. We need to get students to learn how to study during Year 8 and 9, so that by the time they head towards the senior years, they've already been practicing the skills on little tests along the way. So in this video series, we go a lot more in depth into study notes. We show them lots of examples of mind maps, examples of making study notes and so on. We also look at lots of different types of study techniques, remembering that students are all different, we all learn in different ways. So in Year 8 and 9, we want students to try as many different study techniques as they can and work out what actually works for them. And we do a little bit on exam techniques as well. Now remember, we talk about exam, but that's interchangeable with a test. It doesn't have to be a massive exam block. So the focus of this video series is it's for parents and students to do together, like the face-to-face evenings that I run, but the focus is on reviewing. Have you got the basics in place? And then how do you actually study effectively for tests and exams in high school? Let's start practicing those things so that by the time we get to Year 10, Year 11, we can move on to more sophisticated techniques along the way.